back on Live at 9. Now, here's Kanji.
Thousands of people will soon swarm downtown Memphis for the St. Jude Memphis Marathon weekend. From a 10K to 5K half marathon and marathon, folks will hit the pavement to raise money for the research hospital here in the Bluff City. Dr. Max Paquette is currently a professor at the College of Health Sciences at the University of Memphis, an expert in biomechanics, and joining us to talk this morning about the basics of preparation for such a run, a walk. All right, whoa. What is biomechanics?
Yeah, so biomechanics is the study of human movement, really, that's what we focus on at the University of Memphis.
Okay, and what kind of training is considered healthy preparation for, say, a half marathon or a full marathon?
Yeah, I think it's always a fun topic, and I think people sometimes overcomplicate training, but really the idea is that trying to build up how much you run to close to the distance that you want to achieve. If your goal is to finish the distance, that's about it. You get close to it safely, get a good coach or join a good running group in town, and that helps quite a bit.
And how does biomechanics play into us moving?
Yeah, so the way that we move plays a really important role in how much energy we use, which is very important in running a race. And so, trying to optimize how you move with, good coaching and possibly good shoes as well. The proper shoes can help doing that for runners.
Okay, and so when you're running or moving, what is something that you notice that a lot of people do wrong?
Well, I wouldn't say that's a good question. There's not like a specific thing or things that are wrong. I think people, when they start doing something new over time, their bodies sort of start moving in a way that might be more optimal for them. Human nature, or the human body, is so well evolved that it allows us to move optimally for ourselves, and so it's just about repetition and getting used to it. And sometimes there are a couple things you can do to help out, but it really depends on if there's a problem or not. The old adage is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Mm-hmm. So if you're moving well, if you're not getting hurt, then that's probably good enough for you.
Are there things that we can do to enhance our biomechanics, the way that we move, so that we can have optimal use of our bodies?
Yeah, I think I look at it as conditioning the body to handle the demands of running in this case. So sometimes when you just start running and that's all that you do, your body might not be used to it. It's a little bit like trying out new foods, right? You got to kind of get, you're not going to have a whole meal.
Sauce.
Yeah, you're not going to have sushi for the first time and have a whole meal, right?
Okay.
So same thing with running. You do a little bit of it at a time. Your body conditions to that. Maybe add some strength training or other aspects of that can help your body get a bit stronger or more conditioned for it.
So it's kind of like you compound the interest of moving towards a goal? Or?
Yeah, I love that. I always tell athletes just a bit like putting money in the bank, and the more you do it, eventually you can maybe live off the interest if you've got enough. So that's it's a good analogy for that. Yeah.
Okay, and so footwear. Let's talk about footwear.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a hot topic. Running footwear. People always ask me what's the best shoe, and unfortunately, there's no easy answer. The idea is that you always want to be comfortable. Running sometimes is very hard for a lot of people, and so you might as well be comfortable doing it. So start with comfort and then trial that out, and then, try to stick with something that you enjoy, really. If there are problems, then you can go back to the drawing board and find another shoe that might be better for you, but I would say comfort first and then adjust if needed.
Okay, for example, I have very high arches, and so I always need to take that into account.
Yeah.
And then my left foot seems like a little bit wider than the right foot.
Yeah, that's a common problem. Our feet are not always symmetrical. Unfortunately, you can't go to a store and say, I have a 9.5 and a 9, please, right? You have to pick one. No, you cannot. You have to pick one shoe. So that's some things. There's some things you can do to a shoe, like there's wideners you could use to adjust a shoe, for example. But in general, it can be a challenge for individual anatomical differences, yeah.
And then inserts for higher arches, and I'm just throwing everything.
No, I love that. No, I think inserts can be a good solution if you can't find a shoe that works for you.
Right.
Often what people are going to do, they're going to buy a shoe that works, that they feel comfortable with, but maybe they need more support, but they don't want to go back and buy a new shoe, so they'll add an insert or something to adjust their foot posture to make it work for them.
Okay, and what's this that I hear that by the end of the race, that it's like, I guess there's a lot of water in your feet, they get kind of swollen a little bit?
Yeah, think about gravity when you're running, things tend to go down, right? So you might get a bit of inflammation in your feet, and so the shoe might be a little bit tighter at the end of a race. Mm-hmm. So one thing I always say is always wear thinner socks The shoes might fit a little bit bigger when you start the race, but at the end you'll be thankful for it.
Okay, and then as we're preparing, any signs that the body or signals the body is sending that you need to either ease up on training or rest?
Yeah, I think the things like being grumpy is a big one.
Some people I know are just grumpy.
Right. So if you're training too much, sometimes you get grumpy, you get restless, you may get like overly tired. You know, you can't get through the day without needing a nap or extra caffeine or something like that, or you can't even sleep sometimes. Those are pretty good signs of overtraining, typically.
Any tip to just offset some of the common mistakes you see before, during, and after a race?
Yeah, I would say, being the week of this week, I would say just don't change what you've been doing. A lot of people get excited about the expo that we have at the convention center. They might say, oh, new shoes, new socks, new fuel gels, and they maybe want to try new things the week of. I would avoid trying new things the week of the marathon and stick to your plan.
What is this expo you speak of?
So yeah, Thursday, Friday, there's an expo at the convention center, and basically people from all over come out, get their bibs for their race. But there's also a lot of vendors and sponsors that are there to promote product or sell product and things like that. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's a great event. Yeah.
Thanks for getting us ready for the marathon.
Of course, yeah, no problem.
And I was so excited. Biomechanics, I love that, the science of the body movement. Dr. Paquette. All right, coming up, don't go away. A star-studded benefit concert is coming up this weekend. We're going to get the inside scoop on the show, and we have music. We'll be right back.